Hopefully this will be a quick one. Afternoon all, Chief Prepper here. So, I wanted to talk about something that's been talked about in the prepping community for a while. Alright, so you've heard 90-10. I've heard as high as 20% of us are prepping. I've heard the number may be higher. I think it's between 10 and 20%. You hear prepping channels talking about OPSEC and, be careful who you tell, what you say. And I agree with that. But we need to figure out a way to get those numbers a little closer to 50-50. You might say, well, why is that, Chief Prepping? If 80 to 90% of America is not prepared, the odds of us 10% surviving that fucking horde when they come looking for food is very low. Granted, most of them will die in the city before they even know what's wrong, but the ones that do come out will be a formidable group of people. So I encourage everyone, and I know my channel's small, but I encourage everyone to try and encourage everybody that they talk to, if you agree with prepping, to prep. I mean, let's be realistic. Every spring there's thunderstorms and tornadoes and floods, flooding in the fall, and that's across America. People lose power for snowstorms, for thunderstorms, for tornadoes, from hurricanes. In Texas, we may lose power this summer just because the fucking electrical companies are fucked up and don't know how to do their job. Alright? So if you prep for just natural disasters in your particular area, then you will be 80 to 90% prepped for anything that is far more worse, far more sinister. World War III, EMP, CME, pick whatever it is. So remember the big four: food, water, shelter, security. And if you need me to elaborate any more on that, then go back to my videos. Guns, bullets, knives, weapons. Alright, medical is the fifth one that you really need to cover down on, especially if you have a requirement for medication. And you need to understand and remember that antibiotics is the key to us living past the age of mid-30s. Typically before that, you've had at least one infection that might have killed you. And antibiotics change the course of your life and you don't even realize it. Alright? So, we need to change the numbers. The reason the Chinese fucked us up and gave us such a problem in the Korean War, because they supported North Korea, is because even though they only had rifles in the first 3 rows, they had like 100 rows of fucking dudes behind those front 3 that would just pick up the rifle and continue fighting. Alright? So realize that the numbers the way they are is bad news for us. Now, many of us are not in the cities. If we're not in the cities, then we have a much higher chance of survival, but we're still going to have people who will come. Alright, so we need to work on getting the numbers higher for us. Information is knowledge and power. Live a little, prep a lot, share love when you can. Chief Prepper, out.